Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to another episode of Curse of the Dead Gods. You know what? Let's start with this path, because if I swivel my way up to the stat upgrade, we go through a couple of mystery rooms, and as we all know by now, I love a good mystery room. You never really know what you're gonna get. Well, I wonder to a certain extent how true that statement is, in the sense that it may well be possible that with enough deduction, perhaps I'd be able to figure out what the odds of getting any particular room in a mystery room is. I mean, as far as I can tell, the mystery room is literally just any type of room. Another question that I find rolling through my old noggin here as, oh dear, as I play is, why do you think the, the gold time challenge rooms appear? Oh dear. A little bit of a needless risk there, I must admit, but, you know how it is. I could just get a poison spear right off the bat, but I'm not going to do that. I might want to emphasize going back to practicing with heavier weapons just to, you know, expand our horizons and get better at the various aspects of the game so that we're not entirely reliant on spears in order to win. I think I won with the Titan Slayer once, didn't I? I think I did. Though maybe that was all just in my head. Anyway, also, what should we discuss in today's video? I guess, just something that's right on the top of my head. You know what I find kind of funny? And this, good God, that was close. About, I mean, I guess this goes with any online forum or something, but it's kind of pertinent to me because I was just going through, some older comments, as I've been a little lax in that department, I must say. And I came across this one comment on this one video, and I'll keep it vague because, you know, I don't want to inadvertently in any way... I mean, I don't think it would happen because this is a pretty good community we've got here, but, you know, just to be safe, I'll keep things as vague as possible. On one video, there was this comment about, oh, you know, humans are stupid this century, blah, 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 blah. And it was because, like, I didn't play the game, like, in this specific way, or, like, I died in, like, a section of a game in this way that the commenter figured was, you know, like, really, I guess, made me stupid. They didn't call me stupid, but the comment was, you know, basically implied that I was stupid for dying in this particular section. And the thing that always gets me about this, whenever you get people, and of course I end it with the, oh, you know, I totally, you know, not hating on you. I'm just stating a fact. You know, I just tell it like it is. Okay, that got a little, maybe I took this comment a little too personally. I was in a bit of a perhaps grimmer mindset. And I was hungry, so I had no patience for that sort of thing. But anyway, the thing I find about people who tend to get all smug and act like they're smarter than people is they're really not. And what I found hilarious about this particular comment is that it didn't have the worst spelling and grammar I've ever seen, but it had subpar spelling and grammar for someone who was calling out someone else for apparently being stupid. Now granted, if you've watched enough of my videos, you'll also probably recall that I subscribe to the general theory that balls. Spelling and grammar is secondary to, you know, being able to, if you can understand what the person is saying, then, you know, they've done a good enough job. I just think if you're gonna act arrogant in some way, or call other people stupid or whatever, or act like you're better than them, you should probably make sure you actually don't make an ass of yourself by, forgetting to capitalize the first letter of a sentence, or using the wrong form of patience, referring to a medical patient rather than, to have patience. Now granted, the end of it, the commenter, this is the internet, so another thing you have to be careful of when criticizing people for not spelling or using correct grammar is English, or whatever language you're criticizing their spelling and grammar of, may not be their first language, so, there's also that. But, again, it all flows into my general philosophy of, just don't be an ass to other people, and, don't think too highly of don't think badly of yourself. But, don't think too highly of yourself, because odds are you're not. The people who tend to think that they're better than everyone tend to actually be not that great. And I guess they're compensating for maybe, I don't know, maybe they feel like losers in their own life. So in order to feel better, they try to bring other people down, which is really sad, because if you didn't act like such an asshole, people would probably like you more. So, yeah, that's, my ongoing life advice is to just not be an asshole. And also, I suppose, the other takeaways, maybe if you're gonna have a YouTube channel, you shouldn't take random strangers' comments too personally, as I evidently have done in this particular case. But like I said, that's why you shouldn't answer or look at comments while you're hungry. Instead, just, start recording another video and badmouth them anonymously, like a real boss does. Yeah. Anyway. So, that's, I guess that's the extent I'm going to rant about that. Just had to get that off my chest, a little venom there, as it were. I mean, I suppose there's relatively, I don't know. I mean, I guess the fact I even brought it up is kind of evidence of being a little salty about it. But, I'm only human. I think I'm entitled to a little salt now and then. As long as I'm not, going overboard with it. I suppose, I mean, I did the absolute bare minimum to bring up this topic without being overbearing about it. Doing my best to make sure that this individual's identity remains anonymous, and, hopefully it stays that way. Anyway. Hopefully I've worked that out in my system now, so what else should we be focusing on? Well, we're close to the boss. We haven't picked up a secondary weapon of any kind yet. Actually, you know what? Speaking of hostile comments, that reminds me. I guess I got another hostile comment on one of these earlier videos. And, like, way back. Like, literally, you know what? Actually, you know what? I shouldn't say. Because, again, I don't want to inadvertently encourage people to go and track these comments down. Well, again, I mean, I don't think I've got a community of people who would actually, go after someone who said something insulting about me. I hope I wouldn't. Like, I've seen this happen with, like, the bigger celebrities. If I ever got famous, I wouldn't want people defending me if I did something wrong, Like, if I did something that is pretty obviously wrong, I would hope my own fans would, like, come down the hardest on me for it. Call me on my bullshit, as it were. I don't want to go mad with power, is what I'm saying, if I ever became a big shot celebrity. I don't think I'll ever become a big shot celebrity, but, I mean, stranger things have happened in this world, so I guess I shouldn't rule it out. And if I did, again, ah, dang it. Dang and blast. But yeah, again, if I ever do become famous, keep me honest. Don't become slavering fanboys who think that I can do no wrong, because that would be a great disservice both to me and to yourselves. In fact, you know, I mean, if you're gonna be a person in the public eye, if anything, you have more of a responsibility than the average person to, you know, be a good role model, not be an asshole, etc., etc. Though at the same time, I guess I kind of understand the pressure that, like, actual, you know, famous people probably have to put up with, because, you know, they do have that pressure of being in the public eye and having to be a role model. I mean, whether or not they want to be a role model, you know, you kind of, if you are a public figure, you end up being one whether you like it or not, so there you go. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure where I'm going from here with this whole particular line of conversation. I guess it's just something there. Thought occurred to me. Kind of makes a nice topic of conversation, I guess, is the you know, just the general case of how, you know, have some good manners and online etiquette, and also if you are a public figure to, you know, be aware of the things you say and do, because whether you want it or not, people are going to emulate you. So, you know, you might as well try to be someone worth emulating, I guess. I suppose that's the way it is. And you know what? I like the look of this particular path that we might go down. I mean, I didn't really stop to explain what way I plan on going, but I think you can probably guess the direction I'm going in here. Yeah, I'll just let the poison do its job. Though I'm thinking to myself, I should make a, like a serious effort to switch from a spear to literally any other weapon. Oh dear. I mean, heck, I suppose something I should consider doing, oh, that worked out nicely, is to even try to beat the final boss, Mr. Jaguar God, with, you know, a primary or secondary weapon, possibly. There we go. Ooh, watch yourself there, friend. Ah, bullocks. Got a little stuck there, didn't I? Always unfortunate. That is one of those rare moments when I thought I was going to get that final attack off, but he managed to hit me first, and we're close to dying, so I should probably do something about that. I mean, I guess there's not much in my direct control that I can do about that, but we will do our best nonetheless. If I can pick up a weapon that has some kind of healing on it, especially if it's healing per... well, it's usually healing per critical hit, isn't it? Well, not always. Sometimes it's healing for every kill. Okay, that was never going to hit me anyway. But I briefly entertained the fear that was going to get me. Alright, you're dead. You just haven't figured it out yet, friendo. Okay, he ran right past me, so I'm not entirely sure what I was afraid of there. I guess just the usual. I don't want to die. Not now. Not tomorrow. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting fight, given how we've got all of these lovely lantern boys. Well, that worked out nicely, didn't it? Well, nice enough. Alright, let's take a look-see here. Well, we've got at least one more weapon room, though I might go to the relic room. If I look at our path here, we do also have chances for weapons, so my focus should probably be... like, I don't need to worry about getting a weapon now, is what I'm saying. Maybe I should, because, of course, if we have a better weapon sooner, then that does make it easier to not die. But I'm thinking maybe I should focus on trying to find a relic or something that will benefit us. I'm actually also thinking, if I stop for a second, maybe replacing this with, like, getting better equipment drops. Because I do like getting stronger with, you know, having more, like a larger combo or what have you. But it occurs to me that if I can just increase the quality of equipment we get, then that might make us, you know, on average, stronger and better because we'll be, on average, getting better equipment. I could save picking up this money for later, but I am also kind of feeling in a mood of just picking up everything now so I don't have to backtrack through this particular floor later. We could get... Well, I mean, I guess it wouldn't make that much of a difference, especially with the build we have now. Oh dear. I'm pretty sure I would have never been hit, but I want it to be safe. And it's always better to be safe than sorry, I reckon. So there we are. Ah, you know what? There's a little bit of gold there. Let's see if this is perception, which it is. We will get 25% more gold than we would have. Which, it's not going to break the bank or anything, but every little bit helps, I guess, is the point I'm getting at there. So, here we are. Mystery room or time room, obviously the time room. And then I think we'll make our way towards that relic room as our final chamber before the boss. Because again, that kind of feels like, that feels right to me. Oh, also, you know what? Now that I think about it, having gone over some comments, I also appreciate the concern about my intermittent insomnia. Like, I don't even... I'm calling it insomnia, but it's not, like, medically diagnosed insomnia, which means it's not really insomnia, just trouble sleeping. And maybe it is something I should consider looking at some point. But I am... Because it's something that doesn't happen all the time, I guess I allow myself to think it's not a big deal and something that I can safely not trouble myself with too much. But then again, I say that, but I'm also the sort of person who, if someone comes to me and it's like, hey, you know what, you know, I'm feeling off or whatever, I'll often say, hey, you know, you should get that checked out. I guess the point I'm getting at with that is that I tend to be a bit of a hypocrite with these sorts of things, is I'm quick to encourage other people to get help for themselves, but I tend to be a little slow in, you know, actually helping myself. Which is not strictly a good thing, I suppose. Well, it's not good for me. Well, I guess it also, you know what, if you don't follow your own advice, it makes it harder to convince other people to actually follow it. So, I suppose that's a important lesson. Oh, dang gummit. There's a bit of an important lesson there as well, is if you want people to listen to you, you should probably follow your own advice. So, yeah. I don't know. Personally, I think, whenever I have trouble sleeping, it's mostly, oh dear. It's mostly a result of, I mean, I might just need a new mattress and or pillow. I mean, you're supposed to replace those every, so many years. Or is it months? I know there's recommendations on that sort of thing. And actually, personally, again, you know, in talking about these sorts of things, what I probably need to do is actually get a much firmer mattress. Because, you know, that's the level of conversation you get from Gaming by Gaslight, is talking about good, you know, the appropriate or the importance of having a good mattress and, you know, sleeping stuff. Yeah. Anyway. But, back in my university days, one year Just because I left things a little late, I stayed in effectively a motel room. And it had, like, probably the most ridiculously hard mattress I ever slept on. And I actually have never slept better. So, the moral of that story is that, it's probably... God, I'm getting old, talking about the importance of, like, taking care of your back. Getting that good, what is it, lumbar support? Is that the word I'm looking for? It might be. It's one of the things to probably consider. Anyway. But yeah, so I guess that's a thing in life. God, kind of occurs to me, if I actually stick with this whole YouTube thing for long enough, I kind of wonder, like, imagine, if I'm 60 and still doing this, and the kind of conversations I'll be having then. Though in a way, you know what, I kind of look forward to that, the idea of, like, still doing this when I'm old. I hope I can keep doing this. I mean, I guess it really depends on what direction life goes in. Maybe, I'll find myself with other responsibilities, and unable to continue. But, oh, yeah, good job. Get rid of the extra damage to my spear. That's, what do I... you know what? I mean, I guess what I could do is just replace the, I could just replace this pendant with the Priest Codex. So I guess I will. Because that way I at least have a relic that has a secondary ability. Not that I even need it, because I don't have a dagger, but whoa. But you never know, I might pick up a dagger in the future. Though it also occurs to me, I've definitely, Alright. I am gonna be offering more gold in the future. So... I mean, I like this, because it keeps our corruption down. But at the same time, I don't know if it's that important, because again, corruption is not, it's not our biggest problem. I'm also not entirely sure if that was the right thing to do, or if I should have tried re-rolling to get one of those, the more gold you have, the more damage you do relics. Because that would have helped fairly considerably. I'm also almost definitely going to lose this combo here. I did not lose the combo yet, but I am definitely going to lose it soon. Probably. I did get a perfect dodge there, though. Somehow. If I manage to keep this combo... Well, color... Okay, there it goes. Are you kidding me? You ruined my entire plan there, friend. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to hit me, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. Oakley dope. I feel like I'm playing a little more defensively this time around. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. That's what I like to see. Getting those sweet critical hits in there. Now, if only I had critical hits healed me. What a world it would be. C'est magnifique. It is truly perfect. I also don't really know why I'm occasionally, as of late, trying to slip in a little bit of French there. Practicing, maybe? I mean, wouldn't hurt. Canada is a bilingual country. Well... Well, I mean, we are, but only in certain provinces is there like genuine bilingualism. Alright. Gonna have to be careful with this one. Because, of course, there is always the risk that... Oh dear. I don't want to wake up large man until the time is right, as it were. And the time will be right once I am sure that there is nothing else around me that could distract me. Because large man is a scary foe. Well, he is if you're not careful about it. Oh no, I woke up a large man. Which, frankly, not that bad. Okay, just pay attention. Oh no, don't wake up another large man though. My focus should be on... Okay, there is another large man there. Wait for it. And there goes my combo, and I rolled right into a punch that undid all of my healing thus far. So, the classic problem of poor gaming by Gaslight is doubling down a little too much in one direction. Oh no, and large man woke up as well. 2 large men! Oh, and that was bad in like a million different ways. Okay, that was less bad. Roll away, roll away. Oh, 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 oh. Nope. Run away. Bravely run. Okay, we have taken out large man. While I'm here, let's quickly open this. Ah, I rolled too soon. And I am just dead, basically, at this point. Well done. I think I should just go back to using a spear and forget about trying to heal. Well, it does 10% more damage. That would have been useful earlier. Oh yeah, I still heal from this, so... beneficial. You know what, I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm not using a dagger. And the drop in dexterity is not enough for me to really worry. I should probably also take that, that mace, so I'm not tempted to try killing enemies with my claws anymore, but we'll stick with it. You know what? Just, don't fight... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Never mind, actually. That's actually not so bad. A little bit of corruption. Are you just a regular large man? You are. Okay, a regular large man I can handle. And here he goes. And we also have more time, so I don't need to rush. And this is just a regular jaguar. So I think we're okay on that front as well. Alright. Okay, probably take out Shaman Man first. There we go, kept him busy. I mean, the key is divide and conquer. If we can split our enemies apart, then... Yeah, like, for instance, can I get Mr. Jaguar to come after me without triggering... Come on. I know you want to do it. Come on over. Come on over. I woke them both up. Okay, make sure you're paying extra close attention. Because there is great risk. But where there is great risk, there is also great reward, so never forget that either. Yeah, you know what? We are healing a bit. But again, I really shouldn't be looking at the healing from this particular set of claws I mean, if it did more than 1%, it would probably be particularly useful. Did it ever do more than 1%? Trying to think to myself now whether that was a thing. I think the answer is no, but it might actually be yes. Because I know that, oh, what was it? There was, oh god, spikes. Oh god, why? I burned my stamina a little too aggressively there. As I tend to do. Which is costing us money. And that is less good. Though on the flip side, I am making guild offerings remove a bit of corruption, plus some dexterity. I'm gonna get rid of the poison. Mostly because I'm thinking I might... Oh god, no. Not two champion large people. And by two champion large people, I actually mean one champion large person. You ever gonna actually attack me with a heavy attack? The answer is yes. Yes, he is. There we go. This is what I should be doing. Yeah, just kind of... Oh god, he's on the spikes. Oh, dang, the spikes actually managed to kill him before I could. Which is unfortunate, but my strategy worked a little too well, I think. Alright, but yeah, our real healing is going to come from making gold offerings, so I should probably do what I can to... Well, actually, I guess we have no real choice at this point, because it gets pretty linear from this point on. But fortunately, that linearness also is beneficial to us, because every single room coming up does give us... oh dear. Does give us opportunities to buy something. Except for that one gold room that's back there. We don't get any gold opportunities from that, which is unfortunate, but you can't win them all. Oh dear. Alright, that worked out pretty nicely for us. Alright, a little bit of fun there. Also of some interest is apparently an upcoming curse is going to be one that causes these fire turrets to automatically trigger as soon as we get in range. So that's kind of scary, but also kind of cool. So I will look forward to that. Where you going, Samdy? Not today. I really should be weakening him with another weapon so that I can, you know, get him down faster, but I do like the claws. And I like using them at every opportunity. You know, kind of have to wonder what the story behind a room such as this is. You know, like they put some people on spikes and then walled them up, but why? Little questions like that in video games. I mean, there might not be any intended answers, of course, but it's fun to imagine, I guess. Okay, just 9 perception. Well, I haven't been using my spear. And I might try putting something else in there. Ah, bullocks. Should have rolled sideways. All right, yeah, let's do the smart thing here. Just kind of wail on him. All right. Oh god, quickly kill him before he can die of poison. I hadn't even been paying attention to the fact that apparently there is poison on that particular spear. Yeah, 20% chance to poison. Fascinating. Alright, so yeah, we should be fine, because we're gonna buy a weapon, and then we're gonna buy a relic. I mean, we could try to buy another weapon, but I figure what we'll do is we'll look for the perfect enough weapon for what we're trying to accomplish here. Oh god. Well, that undid all attempts at healing. And has reminded me, once again, that perhaps... Oh dear. Okay. Oh, come on. He got me on the backswing. I got him on the front swing. Whatever the heck that's supposed to mean. Alright, we got a little bit of healing in there. Alright. Yeah, just kind of... Whoop. Whoop. And one more roll just for good luck. That actually worked, surprisingly. God. Ah, and damn gummit. Why do I try to heal with something that only heals 1% and I know it'll take me like 100 kills in order to actually get back to full health? But I do it anyway. And in my vain quest, it results in me burning my entire health bar and stamina bar and all other bars. But you know what? I have fun doing it. So, it can't be that wrong. I mean, I guess when you think about it, and kind of going on in, I guess, counterpoint to some of our talks earlier this episode, you know, I mean, you can't really play a game wrong if you're having fun with it, because the whole point of a game is to have fun. And for some people, that fun comes from winning, or being the best, or perfect, or what have you. For some people, having fun is the social experience of sharing that, you know, that game with others. And for some sad people, the fun comes from ruining the game for other people. I mean, I guess to each their own, but honestly, I have a hard time imagining why one would enjoy or derive enjoyment from, you know, ruining the fun for other people, but, you know, it takes all kinds to make the world, and sometimes that's just how it is, I guess. The only thing you can do is shun such people to send a message that those kind of shenanigans are not appreciated. Now, my gut says I should probably just take this now. Alright, you talked me into it. I'm gonna take this. Alright, it's probably too late in the game, and now I have to make a really hard choice. Either I focus on getting a relic that will limit the amount of damage we can take, like, in one hit, or we get something that lets us kill enemies faster. And I think the limiting the amount of damage we can take per hit, probably what we need. Not that it'll help us against Jaguar God, because if we're too close when his big fire attack hits, then we're still screwed, basically. Because, what is it? It's like, I think it's 5 fireballs, possibly as many as 7. And, oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god. I don't know what's happening anymore. I just know that I went too far. In one... Oh no. 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 Also, excuse me. Okay, you see, that's actually really useful. Keep that. I should consider keeping the weaken thing, because that does have value to it. However, I mean, we actually only have 2 more doors to pass through, but that's still better than nothing, frankly. And it might just be what keeps us alive. Oh god. Tried to, I don't know why, but I tried to parry for a second against that Jaguar. Even though I knew that I probably wouldn't be able to make that happen. But I wanted to believe. It also occurs to me... Oh, thank goodness. There we go. All right, so we're still in this game. If I had just made one more attack, we would have managed to stun him and break his attack, but you know what? It's all good. We're also going to get a second curse. Hopefully it's something that benefits us in some way. +9 Constitution. I mean, it's an upgrade from our +3 Constitution, so I'll take it. Is it terribly valuable? Probably not, is the answer, but it does still help. Oh yeah, this was a gold room. So now we need a relic. I mean, I suppose it's still possible we might get a weapon drop. Also, you know what? I feel like this microphone's been too close to my face this whole episode. So hopefully it hasn't seemed like I've been screaming at you guys. That would be very unfortunate. It's never my intention. You know, I try to keep a bit of a lid on my temper, for the most part, because I know that I actually have the potential for a rather violent temper, so it's important to me that I endeavor to, you know, keep it under control. Though sometimes I am not as in control as I would like. And, you know, frankly, probably we want to talk some more real-world stuff. Part of the reason why I am so concerned with, you know, never losing my tempers, because growing up, my father had a rather, you know, vicious temper that, you know... I mean, he's mellowed out as he's gotten older, showing that, you know, you can, in fact, it is possible to improve these things if you work on them. But, you know, growing up... Oh dear. It's one of those things where, you know, you see, you know, the adult figures in your life behaving in ways that maybe you would rather not yourself, and so you think to yourself, hey, you know what, I'm gonna be better. I mean, ideally, again, I've said this before, but I think it's like a parent's obligation, morally, to make sure that their children end up being better than them in some fashion, you know? And what better means, you know, like, it doesn't necessarily mean being, like, stronger or smarter or richer or whatever. But, I guess, you know, parents generally try to create a world, at least I'd like to think, good parents anyway, they try to create a world where their children will have a better time, where their children will avoid the mistakes they make. And of course, sometimes as a child, it's hard to understand that, of course, because sometimes it seems like your parents... The worst thing, I think, is, you know, I've seen it in the real world. I don't think that would help me enough. But, you know, the classic do as I say, not as I do kind of person. Like, that's not even, like, just necessarily a parent thing. That's just a, Oh dear. Well, I mean, this isn't going to be useful. Extra damage for shields, +9 dexterity. I mean, I guess that's the best I can hope for. Though this would make my weapon stronger. Maybe I should have taken the healing for critical hits. It wouldn't have saved me. And there's no way for me to get rid of this spear. So, perhaps this is my best shot. I did still get healed there, didn't I? I think I did. Pretty sure I did. That's an interesting thing now that I think about it. I think in the future, to be safe, is I will not, if I'm gonna get rid of a heal for gold kind of relic, I'll make sure that I trade another relic away first. And then, you know, trade the gold relic that I actually intended to get rid of afterwards. Oh, here comes the fire. Okay. And then run away. Bravely run. Also not sure if it's just me, but it... Oh god. This fight seems louder than it should, perhaps? Okay. Alright, come on in, bro. There we go. Just, you know, knock him in the corner. But it is definitely still too early to get cocky here. Ow, balls. Oh, balls. Okay. We can survive getting hit one more time without necessarily dying. That was a little scary. You know what? I think I'm starting to understand that explosion effect. It has something to do with him being on fire to begin with, doesn't it? Oh dear. Easy. Okay, and... Oh crap, I actually managed to parry it. Oh, get out, get out. Okay. This is it. This is the moment of truth. Will I pull this off, or will I make a last-minute screw-up that ends the run? The answer is no, I actually managed to pull it off. We are the greatest Curse the Dead God player of all time. So, with that in mind, until the next time, as always, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button, or maybe leave me a comment and let me know what you're thinking, and I will see all you in the next video.